And 3, 2, 1. Be there now. All right, let me just unmute you guys real quick here. All right, Ursula, what are you seeing, feeling, or experiencing?
Mainly confusion. There's two people in the call, but I don't know who they are.
Oh, very interesting. And I take it neither one of them is Fred?
Well, not the two that I'm referring to now.
Okay. Tell me about these two entities that you're looking at. What room are you seeing them in?
We're in the main hall.
Okay. And can you describe them to me?
One of them looks like a Roman soldier.
Very interesting. Okay. What's the other one look like?
He's wearing just, I guess, almost like sackcloth.
Okay. So maybe a peasant from the same time as the Roman, maybe?
Possibly.
Could be. Okay. And when you look at them, are they just kind of hanging out? Do they seem confused? Are they waiting for us? What's up with them?
That I don't understand. That's why I'm slightly confused.
Okay. It's okay. Well, I mean, people come through here all the time, and higher selves and souls and whatnot could be waiting to reincarnate for all we know. Do they? Obviously, they're in the hall, so it's okay to talk to them, right?
Should be.
Yeah. So let's go say hi and say, hey, what's up with you guys? What are you doing here? Do you need any help? Are you lost? Are you here on purpose? Were you summoned here?
There's somebody here because they keep paralyzing the side of my face.
Okay. So I'm just going to let you sit with that energy for a moment, kind of get used to it, and see if we can establish um, what else goes with that energy, how big it is, how long it's been here. But I'm going to go to Fred for a moment here. Fred, we got the man in black out there?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's he wearing today?
He's wearing like a costume, it's a costume, like a bodysuit.
Okay.
It's black, but then it has like bones painted on it, so it looks like a skeleton.
Like a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's what he's wearing.
Is it? Okay. This guy's getting to be a real cut up these days, I'm telling you. And let's ask him, hi, how you doing? And what's up with the bone costume? Is it for Halloween or something else?
Celebrating.
Okay.
So I guess it is for Halloween.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. And can you tell us how many people have been up through the hall in the last week? Just approximate is fine.
700.
Wow. Okay. Can he answer any questions? There is in the main reception area. There's a guy that looks like a Roman and a guy in a sackcloth. Are they wearing Halloween costumes, or are they a Roman and a guy in a sackcloth?
I think it's something different. It's not. I don't think it's a Halloween costume.
Okay. And can he tell us how long those guys have been here?
About a week.
Interesting. Does he know why they're here? What are they trying to achieve? Why are they staying for so long?
To talk to you.
What's that?
To talk to you.
Okay. All right. So they've been waiting to talk to us. Let's go in and talk to them then. Friend, have you go in and see if you can find them. Should be right next to the blue beacon. Let's turn both of our beacons on, blue and orange, by the way. Right there in the main reception hall, I believe, right, Ursula?
Yes.
Okay. So can you go into blue beacon, find me these two guys, Freds, and see what kind of info you can get off of them? Should be a Roman and a guy in a sackcloth. I'm already spun up about this too. I just already know it's going to be a massive distraction. Some new stupid shit getting dropped in my lap. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to hear this one. Okay, so now as Fred's making his way in there, Ursula, let's see. Have you figured out what this other thing is? It's trying to contact you. Can I get your attention?
I'm wondering if it's connected to them.
Okay. Okay. Maybe like a higher self of one of them, or just a third entity that came with them that's just harder to see.
Or even just one of them trying to make
Right,
contact.
right. Just
Right?
an easier way for him to communicate, maybe.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Fred, you on Blue Beacon yet?
Yeah, I'm in the hall.
Okay. And now, for all we know, these entities could look way different to you. So let's not have any preconceived ideas and just tell me what you're seeing in there. Maybe you see 20, maybe you see 0. I don't know. What do you see?
I see somebody who looks like a Roman soldier,
Okay.
and he's like just looking around like he's in awe.
Right. This place probably looks a little different than anything they have in Rome, huh?
Yeah, it's like he doesn't understand.
Okay.
He's just in awe. He's just in awe
Okay.
of what he's seeing.
All right. This is very strange because it's been so long since Roman times. You know what I mean?
Right?
So we know that he's high vibrating. He's a good guy because he's up here in the hall remembering. So we're not worried about him in that sense, but we are worried about him in the sense of why is he confused and why is he in awe? So if you could just go ahead and say hi to him without scaring him, I hope, and ask him how long he's been up here.
I'm getting a 7 again.
7 days.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And did he want to talk to me or Fred or Ursula or all of us, or was he waiting to talk to one of us?
I think it's you.
Okay. Well, hello there, Mr. Roman. Oh, would you happen to be one of my past lives? Okay, so
Maybe.
all right, so let's back up. Let's address this. Try this from a different angle. Um, hello, my friend. Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry it took so long for me to get here. I didn't know you were waiting. Um, how can we help you today? What's your purpose?
He like wants to give you a message, something, a message.
Okay. Well, do you have a name?
I just get an E, something about E. It starts with an E, maybe?
You said he
No, it starts with an E. I think that's
in
how I
E.
get
Okay. All right. And to us, you look like a Roman soldier. Are we seeing that right? Is that what you consider yourself to be? Or are you from somewhere else?
it. Nope, Roman soldier seems accurate.
Okay. All right. And Fred, do you also see the guy that was kind of dressed in the what Ursula describes as a sackcloth?
Yeah. He seems like off to the side somewhere.
Okay.
Like
He's around, but he's not super eager. It's the Roman guy that wants to talk to us, right?
That's what I'm getting.
All right. All right, sir. What message would you like to give? We would love to hear it. Thank you for being here. I can ask questions if it's easier.
It's like I see a note. He wants to give a note.
Okay. What's the note say?
It's like it just looks like a crude drawing of Earth.
Of Earth?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ursula, are you picking up anything? Is your knowingness kicking in at all here? You watching the guy in the sackcloth or somebody else?
No, somebody's with me, and I don't know if it's him or not.
Okay.
I feel them here.
Okay.
I feel them here, but I'm trying to see if I can make enough connections so that they can speak
Yeah. Let's start off with something a little easier
through
than
me.
that. And I want you to think about your empathy. And I want you to feel their emotions. Are they Happy, sad, concerned, scared? Is there a sense of urgency? You see what I'm saying? So try to tune into that. I'm going to go back to Fred while you're doing that. Okay, just a minute here. I try to mute myself a lot so I don't cough and sneeze on you guys. Okay, so Fred, this drawing of the Earth, do the continents look the same? Are they all there?
It's like not a perfect drawing.
Right, just like if me or you drew it on a napkin
Right.
at a bar. Sure.
Right.
Okay.
And he's like looking at me like I'm supposed to be able to interpret this for you.
Okay. Sir, what are we to learn from this drawing? What is it teaching us?
Do we have to do grid work today?
I was gonna say it's like it feels like it's a reminder that you're supposed to help. You're supposed to help with the Earth, I think.
Oh. Has Gaia sent you guys to talk to us? Who sent you here?
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't know if it's because okay, you did.
I did. Okay.
I don't know if that's because you asked if it was your higher self before, so
Right.
that just
Well, I've been asking for days for all kinds of different answers too, so who knows what we can make manifest because of that. I was asking why Gaia wanted to get in touch with us, so that could have been how they got here. But let's ask a couple more clarifying questions. The first one is, do either of these two guys have any relation to me, either now or in the past? Like, were they friends of mine? Were they different versions of me? What's the connection, if any?
I feel like there is a connection, but it goes way back.
Okay.
It's not close, it's like far away.
Right. Like even farther back than Rome? Maybe like Atlantis or Lemuria or even another planet?
I just get far away.
Okay.
Like far in time. I
Okay.
think that's what that means.
Okay. It's been brought to my attention that I'm having issues in this lifetime that stem from a previous life. Are either of you two individuals able to talk to me about that particular subject, which is so important to me at this time? Did you get any kind of a hit when I asked that question, Ursula?
I saw an arena.
Mhm.
I saw chariots. Chariots.
Okay.
I saw prisoners in. It's like an underground prison, but that leads out into the arena.
Mm-hmm. Are there
And
people up in the stands?
yes, and there's a horse running really fast with a chariot behind it, and I saw like somebody got run over.
Sorry you had to see that. How'd the crowd react?
I didn't see how the crowd reacted. I saw the people that were behind the gate. I saw them like putting their hands out, like, horror kind of thing.
Right.
Because I get the feeling that each of them are bait,
Right.
that they're the sport for the
Are they performing some kind of a reenactment or anything like that? Or is it just a guy in a chariot running everybody down that comes out?
Oh, it's sport. It's just fun. It's
Right.
fun from the
Right. Entertainment for the masses.
yeah.
Okay.
And getting rid of dissidents at the same time.
Right. So the question is is this just the Romans point of view, or was I in this lifetime as well? This Roman did he get run over, or was he the one in the chariot, or is he one of the guards? Was he just somebody that lived at the same time? Relax, relax, you're not really there. Fred, are you getting any information here? Any knowingness? Are you seeing this vision at all?
I'm seeing like bits and pieces of it.
Okay. Are you getting any emotions off of these guys that are here to tell us about this situation?
I feel like they're supposed to come to you when something's not right, when something goes wrong.
Okay. And they're supposed to kind of tell me. They're like almost like an alarm or a canary in the coal mine type of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
like something's not right. So they're supposed to come to you to tell you that.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. And we see the scene that Ursula just described. I almost wonder if it was the Roman driving the chariot and the guy in the sackcloth that got run over.
Yeah, that makes sense because I got the sense the sackcloth man was a prisoner.
Right. That's why he's a little shy about talking right now too, because he didn't want to speak without permission. And are these two individuals still tied to each other in some way, or are they here together by choice?
There's energy that needs cleaning. It needs cleaning up.
Okay. Probably something we should do from the grid room, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that for sure. Because this Colosseum, so much blood was spilled there. Right? It's like some of the places we've been. I almost feel like we don't have a big enough team as I'm feeling it.
Yeah, we have a big enough team, I think.
Okay, good.
Because we'll bring in the angelic host to join us.
Right. And we'll bring these guys too, right? Okay, so I want to go back down to Fred. Fred?
Yeah.
Just let them know that we're going to help and we're going to, we feel like we need to clean this area that they've shown us. Is that what they came to let us know? That we were meant to know.
I think that's right. It's like he's hanging. I see him like putting his head down a little bit, like he's ready, almost like ready to go.
Right, right. Okay. Because there is a bunch of souls trapped there. And this is why he is so amazed by this place. It's because he's been there this whole time. Yes or no?
But he feels he's responsible for some of this.
Of course, is. We're going to forgive him, and we're going to offer him healing in just a moment. I promise you, sir. We thank you for coming to us today. You've come to the right place. We're going to help you. Okay. Fred, what do you want to say?
I just feel a lot of energy right now.
A lot of energy. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess this is what we're supposed to do then.
Okay. But before we go to do that, I'm putting it off on purpose. They're supposed to come to me to tell me when something goes wrong. What went wrong?
I think it was all the bloodshed. Yeah. Like it was very barbaric.
Okay.
We don't. I think it was what you said. There's like so much.
Right.
So many souls or people were killed and trapped.
Has something changed recently that has made it worse or different than it was before? Why now? Wait, say it again, Ursula. I had you muted.
It's releasing the energy from Mother Gaia. It's for Mother Gaia's sake we're releasing this energy.
Oh, okay. Okay. And why me that they would need to...
Nobody else is looking. It seems like.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Do these guys, either of the two of them, have any relationship to me, or did they know me in this time? Or was I one of them? Or is the connection just that I'm the guy that heals the planet and that's why they've come to me?
No, I think you were connected back then.
Okay.
I think, and that's why they know to come to you now.
Right.
Too.
Okay. So, Ursula, I want you to go back into this stadium and I want you to find me. Where's Kelly? You know the eyes. You know the energy field. Am I a guard? The emperor? Am I the guy driving the cart? Am I the guy getting run over? I'm a person in the stands.
I might be wrong, but I think you're driving one of the chariot.
Okay. Okay. So there's more than one chariot out there.
Yes.
Okay. And so this guy here would be kind of bit like one of my buddies. Like we're drinking buddies or friends that hang out when we're not running innocent people over. Fred, what do you think about that? It's my relationship to the two individuals that are up here right now, up in the Hall of Remembering.
I'm not getting anything clear.
Okay. Is this time, this life that I lived back then, is this one of the lives that is negatively impacting the life I'm living now? Are they able to tell me that?
It is.
Okay. And this lifetime, one of the things, in addition to healing the land and everybody that was involved with that situation and all the barbaric things that happened, in addition to that, I have to heal myself in some way or somehow address the karma that I accrued during that lifetime. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I see. It seems like you enjoyed this a little too much. Like you really
Right.
liked it. You really liked it.
Right. Okay. And you see me as one of the drivers as well then, Fred?
I just see like you in like old
Okay.
Roman clothes.
All right. So now we know what to do. We're going to go into the grid room and we will heal the land in the area. But what should we do for the perpetrators?
Okay.
We know. Yeah, talk to me.
We can. Sorry. We can bring all the perpetrators into the arena
Uh-huh.
along with their victims.
Mm-hmm. Just like we have here.
And we can ask for the violet flame to be flooding the whole stadium.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
All the people in it.
So beautiful. Okay. All right, guys. So I think we should probably head to the grid room for this, don't you think?
Yes.
All right. So let's go into the grid working room. We'll invite these two individuals to come with us. With much love and appreciation, we thank you guys for being here today. Ooh, God, I'm getting so much energy through me right now. Okay, so Fred, are you in the grid working room?
Yes. Yeah.
Ursula, you're in the grid working room?
Yes.
And as you two look at this globe of the Earth, is it rotating and showing you anything as far as where we should be working on? I mean, I think we probably know where this is, but we want the globe to show us, right? Grid working globe, show us the place that needs to be healed today. Show us the people that we need to help today. Show us the origins of these individuals that came to see us today. Where does their karma start? Where does their pain come from? Where does the healing need to happen?
I am getting Italy.
Italy? Okay, good. That's what I was thinking. And you're seeing that too, Ursula?
Yes, and red dot.
Red dot, thank you very much. See a red dot, Fred?
Mine is like a little more orange.
Okay, perfect. Let me just collect myself.
What did Fred say? Did he say he saw more than one?
No, he said it was more orange.
Oh, okay.
But just one dot, right, Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's seeing the dot bigger than you are, and you're seeing a darker color than him. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
All right, Ursula, I'm going to let you lead us here. Who do we want to call in to assist first?
So I am calling in Saint Germain,
Hello, my friend.
Guan Yin,
Hello there, Kuan Yin.
Archangel Zadkiel,
Hello, Zakiel.
and the Violet Flame Angels.
Oh, I've never seen them before.
Many of them. I don't think we're quite ready for them yet, but I've called them in
Okay.
because we need them here.
Sure, we'll let them be on standby. I'm sure they'll know what to do and when to do it anyways.
Actually, I'm going to call in Dragon here.
Is it a violet dragon?
Wait, just give me a minute.
All right.
There's a number of dragons going to come through. They have different purposes,
Okay.
and they know exactly how to arrange their
Right.
work.
Right. As much as you can tell me about, just for my own enlightenment and information, would be nice.
Oh, that's you. Fred, can you? Oh, gosh, it's so hard.
Slow down, calm down. Take our time. We have all the time we need.
I'm seeing just like a fire. Like the dragons are breathing fire.
Sure. Purification.
They're burning out. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Dragons. 5 of them? 6 of them? 20 of them?
There's different shapes and sizes. They're circling. They're taking turns.
Because each flame transmutes a different thing, a different emotion, a different feeling. We need to remember to cleanse all the people that are watching too.
So there's huge bubble being placed around the whole set, the whole scene. It's
Okay.
all being contained within a bubble.
Okay. But the bubble's just so we can do our work, right? It's not permanent.
It's just temporary, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That was
we're calling in the violet flame.
yes.
So everybody's here, the watchers, the
Wow.
guards, the emperors, the prisoners.
Yes.
Everybody who has ever been involved in this in any form of fashion are all called in now.
Sweeping the floor, working concession stands, tending the animals.
The horses,
Yes.
the lions.
Yes.
Who else is involved here?
Bears and tigers and all the animals.
They're all being called.
Thank you. Jailers, maintenance people, the builders, even the builders of this place, the tourists that have come through since these times and have been exposed to these energies all around the world that have ever visited this place. We go back in time to the time when you were there, and we send this energy forth to you now. Whether you're alive or dead, whether you've gone back to anywhere around the world, we send to you the healing from any negativity that you may have picked up and taken with you, and any ripples that this will have caused in your places that you have been. Everywhere that has been touched by this atrocity since the day the first brick was laid, since the day the foundation started being poured, up until today. If you have come in contact with this place, and anyone has come in contact with you, we offer you healing, purification, freedom from the karma. All right, what now, Ursula?
So the violet flame is filling the whole dome, the whole arena, and the dome is filling the whole space.
Right. In all time streams, dimensions, universes, and galaxies.
Yes.
Any timelines this place is spawned off. Add your energy in from it. Whatever way makes sense to you. We send this healing to all the ancestors of the people that were here. Past and future selves. The version of you then and the version of you now. Healing.
Calling in Mother Gaia.
Thank you. Hello, Mother Gaia. We love you. Help us to transmute everything that's been in this bubble through all times and all the ripples that it has caused. Help us to cleanse and purify this land and all the ripples it has caused. And all the people that have ever been here and all the ripples they have caused. The current versions of them that were then, the current versions of them that exist now. Allow all this karma to be gone on all levels.
Tukukuyena porratita vorata kuyena kuramana tia kukayanata. Tuye korukukuku anatira kumahara kaya no kuyana tia harata. Moye kara tukia kanu turu papaya naturama. Kayo karanitara tiko bakari yako na ye portatina. Tora karu pakayena kuara nanara bakura tina hana ora makayena tara tukayena pura tara kuyena tasina kukayakane na hora na kanara tida turu ni akora na tina na taru ko anatikara pokayena tina no nanara ba tia kokayene tira pokana na tira na tarako ye kakania tina wahane na ramo kayene na hurama hani akara pokayena karama kayena kana na naina ko hana sina kokoyena harteta wenena Pora kana tara tukayena wohana kayo ana kartita uka ayene Pukina hartito kukaina mama yena seno karama yena kura makiyahana Tiahur mukayena kura payena nanika wad nitaura makanino wara tarina karina tuku ayena taru payena hahano kuba pia ku payena tina wat na karpo yena na wahana na. Beloved angels of light, beloved Archangel Michael, beloved Archangel Gabriel, beloved Archangel Chamuel, beloved Archangel Ariel, beloved Archangel Azrael, beloved Archangel Uriel, beloved Archangel Raphael, beloved Archangel Yahoel, and all your league of angels, I call upon you now. Beloved Archangel Metatron, beloved Archangel Sandalphon, I call upon you now.
Please take any souls that need to be returned to the light, anything that needs to be transmuted from this place, from the physical ground itself and its etheric realms. Allow everything to be transmuted and taken to the place that serves the highest good. To have blessings and forgiveness to be bestowed on all those that acted in ignorance here throughout all of time.
Makaratina mani
Okay, so did we have the faeries come through as a cleanup crew? Last guys through there?
I called them in, yes.
Thank you. I want to, I don't want to overstep our bounds because I know that this is controlled and it's for the good, but the assembled hosts of beings that are here now, if there's any aid that needs to be brought to any fires around the world so that they achieve the highest good, so that the new life that springs up behind them is what is planned. I would just like to ask at this time that all the dragons and angels and everybody that's here can help with those areas where the fires are currently burning, where the cleansing is currently happening. Most specifically, Central Africa. So I just want to make sure the greatest good comes from those fires and the least harm to people happens from them. Okay? I'm sure the dragons know about those. I just want to make sure if there's somebody that was like needed permission to intervene, that somebody has asked. Okay? All right. So, Fred, I want to ask you about the Roman and the guy in the sackcloth. How do they seem now? Can you see any difference in them? Are they still there?
I don't see them.
Okay. Can you pick these guys up at all, Ursula? Are they still around at all?
Yeah, they've left.
They're gone? Okay. All right.
Fred was just trying to explain what's different about the dot on the map.
Yes, please tell me about that.
So I was telling Ursula when I first saw it,
Yeah.
it looked like a big circle with like a ring around it.
Yeah.
And now I see it as like a very like pale yellow, almost white, like off white.
Ooh.
But I see like I haven't seen this before. It almost looks like a glass flower in the middle, like with multicolored.
Almost like when we go into the manifesting room and we'll like remove something from somebody and we replace it with something. Ursula says yes.
I called in Metatron to restore the blueprint. It
Of
was
course.
a lot of geometries that came in.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen like an image like this on.
I think that's because it's the first time I've actually thought to call him in to restore the geometries, the sacred geometries of the area.
Okay, and it's multicolored.
Very good.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Are we complete here?
Oh, yes.
We're okay. All right. I'll just send this parting shot as we go. Is that if there's any other healing that needs to be done, if anybody that can handle that can allow it to be ongoing and do until it is fully complete. We're going to go into the manifesting room now, you guys. We're going to ask a few questions about what happened here today. But I would just like to say that it feels really good to be back on that particular horse, and I feel like that a lot of the stuff that I learned yesterday, I applied here today too. I thought in a much bigger, more macro sense. I thought about all the different layers that I wouldn't have in the past. And so I feel that we have done a more effective job at this place than maybe we've done in some other places. Now, in other places, it was a one-time event, you know, like that time there was the flood, that dam broke. You remember that one, Ursula?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a one-time event, and so we didn't need to be as thorough, but this one was just like time after time after time after time, and so I don't think we were ready to heal it until we went through everything we went through yesterday. So I just want to share that with you from my knowingness. All right, I want to go into the manifesting room, you guys, and just tell me when you both get there.
I'm there.
Okay, Fred?
Yep.
You on blue at least? Okay, thank you. Okay, so at this time, let's ask for the higher self of Kelly to step forward. Tell me if you see that, Fred. And we'll ask for the hologram of Kelly to be put on the table as well. Tell me when you can see that.
I'm seeing for your higher self. I'm seeing the Roman soldier again.
Okay, very interesting.
And I
Okay.
don't know. That's just what I see.
That's fine. That's fine. So let's talk to this Roman soldier, and we're going to say to this Roman soldier, "Are you my higher self, or a version of me?"
Represent the higher self.
He's what?
He represents
Okay.
the higher self.
Okay. So maybe just like another part of me, or a different fractal of the higher self.
Fractal limits.
Yeah, because the higher self can have so many lives going at a time, right? So not necessarily all of them are going to be me, but it could be a different version of the higher self. Is that what we're talking about here?
That seems right.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'd like to ask you a couple questions here, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. My first question is, I had this kind of a feeling that Gaia had been trying to get a hold of me and that she had something she wanted to tell me. Was it this mission was the reason for that, or is there something else that I still need to try to contact her about?
Like it was today and something ongoing.
Okay. Right. So she wants us to continue doing grid working and assigning us missions.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. That's good.
You have to keep coming back.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep coming back. And is there any other a reason that I need to seek out Gaia, or I can just kind of like when I come up here, I'll figure out what I need to do as I come up here? Like, does she need to talk to me other than that? Why don't you try and tune into that Roman if you can, Ursula?
I think that's the one that keeps paralyzing the side of my head.
Oh, like it's a different Roman?
Same one, I think.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
keeps.
Yeah, I think the only message that I'm getting is like what we did today was good, then you have to keep coming back to it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's what we kind of figured. Now, for the other question I want to ask is, at this time that we went to and we healed, was Fred or Ursula associated with that Colosseum in any way? Either of them have karma from that time or place?
I don't think so.
Okay, Ursula says no as well. All right. Now, the karma that I fixed for myself there, was that affecting me in this lifetime in any way, or is it just something that kind of needed to be cleared?
I get that it was affecting you a little bit, but not as much as you probably think it was.
Right, right. In general, when a person feels like they're running into difficulties in their life that are caused by karma, is there a way that they can find out easily to know if that karma is from this lifetime or from a previous lifetime? How would a person know that? Like, tell the difference?
Because it wouldn't seem to make much sense.
Right. Okay. I like that. Okay. What happens to any past life karmas that we do not fix in this lifetime?
They remain waiting to be fixed.
Okay. Because we had heard that. Go ahead, Ursula.
You get other lifetimes.
Okay.
To undo.
Because we'd kind of heard that the end of karma was coming up soon, and it was no longer going to be a thing.
Some karma can be excused when it has no impact upon your current growth cycle.
Right.
But when it's important to your growth,
Right.
then it remains in place.
Right.
Until the lessons are learned.
And probably when it's important to the higher self's growth as well, then it's going to stay there until you address it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And is there any advice you can give us for people that may be watching at home on on how to address past life karmas that they either do or don't know about? Or kind of a generic, easy way that anyone can do it? An intention they can set or something like that?
Can ask for the karmic lessons to be brought to your attention.
Sounds scary.
But
You better be ready if you're going to do that one, huh?
yes,
So what you want to do then is you want to make sure that you feel very confident that you've handled your business from this lifetime before you start asking for that type of stuff.
they're often intertwined.
Oh, yes, because you keep making the same mistakes based on what you did wrong back in the day, huh?
Correct.
Or similar to where Ursula came into this lifetime shy, things like that. That probably had some carryover from a previous lifetime. She decided to be shy this time because she wasn't assertive enough in her last life, as an example.
She had the inability to be free. She had too many restrictions before. So she was coming to learn how to claim her freedom.
How can you tell the difference between a random hard time that happened to you and something that is karma? For instance, if we were using an example of a flat tire before, how do you know when that's a random thing and when that's a thing that needed to happen?
Sometimes you don't.
Right. And in the long run, I guess it probably doesn't really matter, does it? Right. You have a flat tire either way.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes what you think is an accident is a way of slowing you down to push you either in another direction
Mm-hmm.
or to stop, push you in a better direction, or to stop something bad from happening.
Right.
Something worse than a flat tire could have happened.
Right.
Flat tire.
Yeah, and I just interpret it as bad luck, but actually could have been good luck because something really bad happened a mile down the road.
You're looking at just what's right in front of you.
Yeah.
When what's behind that, something down the road, could be even worse.
Right. So in a sense, that could also just be my team or guides or higher self intervening for the highest good, and yet to me, I just see the kind of the pain in the butt. That's all I see.
Right.
Oh, good.
It can also be not you that they're stopping, but somebody else.
Right. That makes sense, right? Because if I get a flat tire in front of you, then you got to slow down too.
That, or maybe you get out to fix it and somebody stops to help you, and in the process they get delayed and you go to another person. They don't want them to get.
Boy, we're really learning a lot about that macro view this week. I love this.
And
I think that's great.
I'm getting to, like, when you think something bad happens, like, this is what I'm getting. Just, like, bless the moment.
It's what?
Bless the moment. Like, be thankful for it, I guess.
Right. Right. Because even when things like, are, quote unquote bad, that's like the spice of life in a way. Right? It's like why we came here. Nothing bad happens when you're up in heaven floating on a cloud, right?
Yeah, it's like momentary,
Yeah.
It goes, this too shall pass.
Yeah. Okay. And how about the effects of the planets and astrology? Do those really affect us? If Mercury goes retrograde, am I going to have more bad luck than when it's not retrograde? Is that a thing?
If you believe it is so, then yes.
So if I don't believe it, then it's not a thing? The planets have no effect on me?
Well, minimal.
Okay. How about the sign that you're born under? Like if you didn't believe in an astrology at all, and you're born as an Aquarius, it means you would just not act like an Aquarius in the slightest? Tricky question, huh?
Not tricky. If you tell somebody that they're behaving in some particular manner and you describe it to them,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter which sign you pick. If you describe it to them, they'll agree, yes, that is them. Because
Right.
every person experiences the whole spectrum of emotions and behaviors and experiences and so on. So no matter which one you pick and tell them it's their sign and it's their characteristic, they can agree and say, yes, that resonates.
Of course it would. Yeah, right. If you say, Kelly's a Scorpio and they're supposed to be super jealous, or I say somebody, you're a Scorpio and you're supposed to be jealous, they're gonna say, oh, I've been jealous before, right? Because it's just a regular thing that happens to everybody at some point in their life, whether that be mistrusting or trusting or whatever the feature that we pick out, it's going to resonate because those are all just regular human emotions and features that everybody has.
Right.
Neat. That's pretty cool. Okay. And what about some of these, like these tarot cards? How accurate are those, and what role can those play in a person's life, positive and negative?
Tarots and oracles and so on have to be handled with care. They, just like a pendulum can be manipulated, the cards can be manipulated too. When you use these cards, you should make sure that the space that has been created has been sanctified first, that they
Oh.
are in the highest beings of light, and that they are in control of the cards, so that you're not influencing them either. So, for
Okay.
example, you might, if I were doing a reading for you, then I would call in your angelic team to pick the cards. I don't pick them, and you don't pick them.
And your team doesn't pick them. My team picks them because they're the ones that need to talk to me anyways.
That won't wish to talk to you. That is correct.
Right. Oh, I love that.
Do not call in. If you do not set the intentions before you start and you just randomly pick the cards, they can be picked by somebody, an entity that wants to lead you down a garden path.
Makes sense. It totally makes sense.
So they should be handled with caution, and you should never go to somebody who is not in deep integrity to get a reading.
Right, because they can do something knowingly or unknowingly.
Correct.
Or they can be a pawn without knowing it. Right.
Yeah.
And I imagine there's entities out there that do things for reasons, and then there's other ones that do it just for shits and giggles, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they're just passing through, and they're like, oh, look, here's some idiots doing it wrong. Let's teach them a lesson, huh?
And the role that the cards play for the person who is in integrity and is doing the reading is to help them to attune to the message of the angels that they have called in and pick the cards.
Right.
Well, it's not a means to an end. I mean, the card is not important.
Yeah.
The message that is being received from the angels or the team that you're reading for, that those messages are the important part. So the reader is trying to attune to the frequency and receive that message, and the card is assistant. So when the card is chosen, it gives them an idea of what the theme is and opens them up to be able to maybe get the ideas more clearly that the message the team is wishing to impart.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there a way that we can use the Akashic records for healing?
Revisiting past life.
So in a way, we could go up to, go ahead.
What you
We could go up to the Akashic records, and we could use them in the exact same way as we would use a past life regression, because we can replay the important parts of that life, and then we can address them, forgive, release, just like we would if we were doing a regression.
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm probably going to get stonewalled on everything else that I want to ask about for today anyways. Wide awake. Wide awake again. All right, let me just, here, just a minute, Fred. Let me just hit, boom.